All right, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This is Ratazah from the GMS Atlanta camp. Just want to do a quick video going into the Rfid chip, which is known as the mark of the beast in the scriptures. And I was just doing just browsing through YouTube, looking through the recent videos, seeing if I could find anything new concerning the Rfid chip, or as some people name the brain implants, sometimes it's called. And came across this video, as you see, from 10 News WTSP YouTube page, in which I'm gonna play the video. It says credit card companies tell gas stations to install chip readers. Now, this chip reader is talking about what they use now with the credit and debit cards, where it has the little gold SIM card in the middle or on the side of it, and you basically just, if you have a card, then you know what it is. You plug it into the slot, and you're able to, pay for the merchandise or whatever it is that you're buying. But the reason why I'm bringing this video out is because it shows you that what this is going to lead to. Okay, basically you got people that are being scammed. All right, their accounts are under fraudulent behavior. People are stealing money because they can bypass the system, so to speak. So now, basically, what they've done is they've put these cards on these chips, or they put these chips on these cards rather, to supposedly stop people from stealing and scamming and committing fraud. But ultimately, something that's not going to work either. So what is that going to lead to? Well, we're noticing that, billions of dollars is being stolen from consumers that have these cards. Well, the next step is to get these chips embedded into your hand. That way, nobody can steal from anybody, because, the chip is basically a part of you. Okay? And through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we understand that that's how this thing is going to roll out, man. And a lot of people are going to be persuaded, and it's going to make sense to them, because people want to keep their money safe. They want to keep their accounts safe, their identity. They don't want it to get stolen, So they'll be deceived into taking this chip, man, which is going to be made mandatory very, very soon. But I'm going to just play this video so as you can see.
Tampa Bay has seen more than its fair share of bad guys using skimmers to swipe people's money and even their identity, especially at gas stations. Customers have demanded tighter security at the pump. Law enforcement has done the same. But 10 News reporter Eric Glasser shows you why it might be a threat from Visa and MasterCard that finally gets these service stations to make those long-awaited security upgrades.
So this is a small example at a gas station where they got these old pumps or these old paying stations where people are getting their money stolen. But this is a small example of how people demand security. People demand security. They want more protection. And what better way than to bring ultimate protection, so to speak, than by the way of this RFID chip. Okay?
I use this a lot.
Brandon Lent and way too many other people have been skimmed, his identity swiped not long after he swiped one of his debit cards.
Luckily, they were able to stop it, so a lot of banks, from what I hear, will flag that.
It's happened hundreds of times now across Tampa Bay. Card skimmers found in gas pumps all over has even led to law enforcement urging gas station operators to do more.
A lot of these gas stations do not check their pumps on a daily basis. Unfortunately, sometimes they check them monthly, sometimes they check them quarterly.
It's definitely worth it because nobody can tamper with it. It's tamper-proof.
At the Clearwater Shell Station Tina Sacramone manages, they had a skimming incident a couple of years ago. Neighbors got worried, so they've now installed new, more secure pumps with chip readers and other safety features.
If anyone tries to open our pump, it'll automatically shut down.
If it's making it harder for them to scam people like that, then definitely is a good thing.
For years, the banks behind credit and debit cards have been the ones covering the cost of fraud at the pump. But after 5 years of deadline extensions and delays, they say they've had it. Any gas station operators, they say, who haven't installed that chip reader technology by October will be the ones responsible for paying at the pump.
I think everyone should be doing that.
If it's more secure, why not?
Some gas station operators say they'll need even more time and more money to make the transition, but Sacramone says it's worth the expense. Peace of mind, she says.
Customers, us, it's good for everybody.
And it will cost about $4 billion for U.S. gas stations to switch their pumps to the newer, safer technology. That's a lot of money, but also consider the fact that card skimmers are responsible for more than $2 billion a year in fraudulent charges.
Robinhood is an investment.
All right, so you saw the video, and they mentioned a few things, and then one thing they mentioned is this. Towards the end, they said this is a new and safer technology that can is going to prevent identity theft and fraud, man. But like I said, that's going to even come to basically not work. People going to find something. People always find a way around things. You know, these criminals, they're very crafty. So what better way to basically shut it all down than to have this chip with all your information and your identity in your hand? Because a person can't steal your hand, all right? a person can't steal your forehead. It's embedded in you. Only you can make that transaction. You see, and that's ultimately what the system wants to do, is have everybody chip, man. All right, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't read off Revelations, the 13th chapter, because this is a major prophecy that we're waiting to come to pass, which is really the Rfid chip is already here, but it has to be made mandatory because there's going to be a pushback from people that know that the mark of the beast is the chip, and they're not going to take it. So it's going to be forced upon you. But as the scriptures say, to be patient, trust in the Lord, man. Those of us that are in this truth, that know and teach that the mark of the beast is the chip, we know not to take this device, even though it might be faced with death. You know, they might have your head in the guillotine and force the chip upon you. Hey, we all know what the scriptures say, man. The scriptures say, fight for the truth until death, and the Lord will fight for thee. You know, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. All these different scriptures come to mind. All right, and we know that this chip is of Satan, man, and we're not going to take it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But I'm gonna read this. This is Revelations 13 and verse 16. It says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their forehead, which is that chip, which Esau Edom is going to push through this system on the people to take this mark in a right hand on their forehead, man. A actual physical device inserted into your body, okay, through a puncturing device. And this one chip is going to basically be your livelihood, man. It says, 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark. It's like you seen in that video, people now use cards to pay for things. Cash is slowly becoming a thing of the past. Okay, people are using strictly cards and using these different apps to send and pay for things. But then very shortly, it's going to be this chip, all digital. It says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You see that? So you get this chip. Essentially, you're linked to the spiritual demon Satan, and basically you've bowed to the system by taking his branding. Okay, one thing a master does to slaves is he brands them, and this chip is basically you getting branded by Satan, man. So that's why it's imperative to take heed to the message and do not take it, man. And if you have the ability, do videos and teach not to take it, man, so that the blood is off your hands, you know? Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, the 666, which is synonymous with what? Satan, man. Which, like always, time and time again, we always bring it out. When you convert or you translate that, the 666 goes into was it chi sty stigma, which is set up to put in the mark, man. Okay, so you don't want to be counted in that bunch. All right, you want to refuse the chip and teach to refuse the chip, man. You know, and this is one small example of what's coming to pass. It's all through gradualism. Okay, that's a good word to look up. Gradualism. So this is a quick Mark of the Beast update. You know, usually bring out 1 or 2 scriptures on that. It's pretty straightforward and to the point. All right, Lord willing, was informative, edifying. All right, to the next lesson, Shalom.